The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Thursday, the 18th day of May, 2023. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House, and Lindos. I'm Jamal Hartman. She's Sherry Vanderpool, and Maya Palacio will be with us in a bit to bring you the latest in her news break brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Sister Sherry, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you too, Jamal.
No. Let's start over.
What?
Happy Thursday to who?
Jamal.
Sherry, we went through this, folks. Can I tell them the story, please? Can I something?
Make it quick. Quick.
Sherry knows my new name is $1 Million Mal, folks. $1 Million Mal. Would you like to know why my new name is $1 Million Mal? Well, folks, I've been attending all these networking events lately, trying to be more friendly. They apparently my face comes across like I don't like people sometimes, which could be depending on audience. But I love all of you. But anyway, so went to a networking event. So Maya, I'm going to say it's the good lucks. Ever since Vegas, gotten some luck on the table, and I carried it back to South Florida. So last month, won the raffle, right? Okay, cool. Last night, $10, 10 tickets. Your boy put in. No luck. They called the last two, second last one. Called a number. I said, man, give me that prize, right? Give me that prize.
What was the prize?
A gift certificate to a restaurant called Drift. So apparently it's a really nice restaurant. And then I don't know what the second prize was, but apparently it was the big one. I have to ask him what it was. It was another gift card, like some I honestly don't know. It's French. Something French. Anyway, they called the last one after that, and I just started laughing, and everyone's in the room like, no way. That's really you? Yeah, I know. Any black guy in the room. But yeah, it was me. And I said, man, I'm having some luck with this. Let me go play the lotto. Sherry didn't tell me the lotto was actually last night, folks, right? She was laughing at me rather than telling me it's really last night. So I went in to play the lotto, and then I saw the scratch off. So I'm like, let me get a couple of scratch offs. So I got yeah, I just like that. Yeah, whatever. And I got a $10 one, Sherry, and I got a $5 one. I don't know how to play these scratch offs. I just scratched. So the first one, I don't think I won anything. That's the $10 one. And the $5 one, I looked over it. Look, I said, I think I won $100. Certainly did. I understood it after that. Long story short, folks, I'm not a gambling man. I'm just a winning man.
Oh my God.
Sherry's going to give me some numbers to play tomorrow, and I'm going to march over to get my lottery tickets. And if you don't see me back here again on Monday, and you see my feet in some pictures on South Beach on my yacht. No, I'm joking.
That would be, we would be instantly on a live show. Everybody would have all of this equipment and all types of stuff. You would be like,
Yeah. I mean, we'll be on another level. All of the audience will have their wish. We'll be live. But I say this with all jokes aside. Honestly, it's nothing like going to networking events and having fun. It's something unique about being the only black guy in a room all the time.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it really is, but they're worth it. And these guys will tell you, I push networking and connecting to all of them. And I said to Maya jokingly a couple of weeks ago, I said, I think I'm attending all these events as of late because I feel like I don't want to be hypocritical telling you guys to do it and me not do it. So I'm putting this extra pressure on myself to get all the network. So
bless your heart, because you are Mr. Network King.
who, me?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh,
LinkedIn's your best friend. So
computer. I mean in person.
But you meet the people on the computer in person too, Jamal. You're one of those people.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. I like people, Big Sherry. I'm not as bad as some say. Morning, Tanya Cheeseman. And
do you like my shirt?
Yeah, Sherry. Well, it's black.
My Somerset cloth. No, it's red. It's red and blue.
No. Anyway, see, Shazlia's got to turn the conversation to that kind of stuff. Greetings, everyone, and thanks for making this part of your daily routine. A good one today. We're welcoming our friend, the executive director of KBB, Tracy Burgess, back on for our monthly conversation. And folks,
Somerset fan.
I don't think she is. She can't be.
Yeah.
Interesting conversation with her today. Some very, very crucial updates. So make sure you tune in. The Daily Plate is going to be a Name That Place today. Name That Place. So again, everything lately, a lot of things lately have been around the NBA playoffs. So just think basketball.
Okay. Shucks.
Yeah.
I should have watched it last night.
Okay. That wouldn't have helped. But folks, don't forget to subscribe to our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we continue to do our part to improve our community. Now, we had a little issue yesterday, Sherry. So, folks, yeah, we're giving away 2 remote control controls for AC units that are compatible with all males and models that can either be mounted or on a wall or not. And the issue we had is there's 2 ways to win. And number 1 is TDH community members, you're going to have your names called. Either you're a member through our YouTube channel or have registered on our website. Automatically, you may have your name called. But you have to watch and listen to the entire show.
The what, Jamal?
The entire show. Okay. One more time, Sherry. The entire show. Right? We're going to say a name during the show, and you have 60 long seconds. You know how much things we did during that 60 seconds? Gary and I got in an argument about something. I finished one of my promos, and, Maya did a new story. That's a long 60 seconds.
Yeah.
You have 60 seconds to respond in the comments. Quote, HERE, HERE.
Not HAI.
Not here on your head, not here. I can hear you through your ears. No, here as in presence, right? If you do so, you'll receive a gift voucher for one of our partners and be entered to win the grand prize, which will be announced on May 25th. That easy, folks. The other way to be eligible is to follow us on Instagram, and you see anything posted relating to the giveaway, all you have to do is like, share, and comment here under the post. We'll announce the winners of both on May 25th. All right, folks. So be present, be present, be present. Let's jump into today's conversation. A lot to discuss. Question of the morning is very simple. We've had very direct conversations this week about safety on our roads in particular. This question is based on the conversations we've had over the last couple of days. And Maya has been covering stories over the last 2 years regarding CCTV. But the question of the morning, and something tells me Sharon and I is going to get in an argument right away.
No, Jamal.
How far should we go with video surveillance to keep Bermuda safe? How far should we go with video surveillance to keep Bermuda safe? That's the question. No, a lot of people keep saying, are there videos in this place to see who did this or did that? I'll say this much. It's not just a matter of how far we will go in terms of video placement, but we need quality video that can actually, like the video, dash cam I have in my car is 4K. Like that camera only costs $100. It's so
But you would have a dash cam.
Oh yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that kind of guy. Always, it's content too, you know, it's content too. But I think that's what stands out. But how far should we go? This means, and we were talking about it prior to coming on because Maya didn't remember this, but I remember back when the shootings were happening between 2009 and 10, people kept saying, you know, let's get more surveillance out and so on. And there were a large amount of people in the public that said no. They were like, no, we don't want, you know, it's an invasion of privacy, right?
Yeah.
I remember this. Do we still have those concerns? Do we care about whether or not there's cameras everywhere if it keeps our community safe? What are your thoughts? How far should we go with video surveillance to keep Bermuda safe?
I don't think people really care so much, Jamal, because there's so much that has happened between 2009 and now in 2023. So I don't think too many people care as much. I think the public wants more surveillance. With the number of shootings, the number of robberies, the number of accidents, there's so many things that are happening in our communities socially that hasn't been necessarily the most positive, that if we did have more cameras, it would assist in a lot more. It would assist in arrest or being able to move forward with certain things. So I think we should put up cameras throughout the island. I don't know about dash cams and stuff like that. That kind of makes me like, what's the purpose? But let there be a situation that involves an accident, it could be very, useful in those situations. So I think we have to get the big brother situation kind of out of our head and move forward with being able to have specific, detailed information to help others. So
Interesting. I think, and we'll discuss dash cam because I think Bermuda is unique in that when I don't know percentages, but I'm pretty sure we probably have more people on bikes than we do cars. So dash cam, you know, if we're going to require dash cams or encourage dash cams, do we then encourage what's those things, GoPros on people's helmets? You know what I'm saying? Like, so how do you manage it? But that said, Sherry, folks, the question of the morning is, again, we a lot of people have issues in terms of safety in Bermuda. Not even just safety. We're talking about KBB today. We're talking about illegal dumping, right? Cameras would help keep Bermuda beautiful. Illegal dumping, right? So how far should we go with video surveillance to keep Bermuda safe? What are your thoughts, audience? How far should we go? Sonia Clark says, all the way, every damn pill. Well, I mean, every damn pill would definitely overdo it, but
yeah.
I
get your point.
I get you, Sonia, and I think that the overall point is there should be no space left untouched. It's like yesterday. I don't believe, Sherry, that we should be in a space where we need to reward people for doing the right thing. I don't think we should have to put surveillance everywhere where people can't just enjoy life freely, like, and no one's watching them. But unfortunately, we're in a space now where, I mean, we just don't have a trustworthy community. Is that right to say? Or we don't have
yeah, I don't think we have necessarily a trustworthy community in particular situations. But we also need CCTV that actually works. That's top priority. Just having it up there doesn't mean anything. People tend to figure that out quite quickly and continue to do things that they may want to do. So we definitely need to have working cameras. And we should be a more trustworthy community, but we're not, and of course expands beyond Bermuda in that sense.
I mean, what's the point of having surveillance if it doesn't work? I mean, but that I'm not doing that. I've been having a good thing. I haven't really said anything about you all's government this week. I'm not. Nope. No, I'm not. Misha Fabulous says we have a CCTV network. Its effectiveness is hindered by budget constraints. I'm not a fan of surveillance state. But if we were to increase the network, what should be, what's that word? Deprioritized to reallocate?
Money.
I take Misha. So here's one, Maya. in terms of surveillance state. So again, there are people who are a large amount who are against it because again, you're literally, it is intrusive. You are intruding on the privacy of free citizens, right? It is, and we can't like forget that fact. But sometimes you know it's about that sacrifice. What are we willing to give up for our, the things that we want most? And it seems like what people want most is a safer Bermuda. So are we willing to give up certain levels of privacy for safety, right? And then the second part is where do we take funds from? Now, do we take it from our sports, football, cricket? Do we take it from education? I always say take it from the places that are most ineffective. Why not tourism? I'm just saying.
But it's a trade-off, Jamal, because if our community was safe, the need for cameras wouldn't be as much needed. Or if we were, as you said, trustworthy and coming forward in a lot of situations, we
Mhm,
wouldn't have so many unsolved murders, unsolved
mhm,
accidents, unsolved So if those things were covered prior to it,
mhm.
cameras wouldn't be necessarily needed because the community would be that camera, and
Yeah,
we're not.
yeah. No, I feel you, Sherry. I feel you. Karen Simmons says, here's a radical thought. Video surveillance island-wide, all communities, not just perceived hotspots. I
I
think
like that
that
too.
would be equitable or equality or whatever word we choose to use. That would definitely, what's that saying?
Inclusive.
Throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. I like where she's going with that, but I guarantee you there will be pushback. Why do we need cameras here? There's nothing happening here. Well, just
But
because
it can.
it doesn't mean it can't, right? Mark Arthur C. Phillips says, "Good morning. We have CCTV island wide, but really and truly, do you think it will cause people to do the right thing? I do believe it will help, though." Um, so again, the question. Just want to go back to the question: how far should we go with video surveillance to keep Bermuda safe? Now, Sherry mentioned she's not a fan of dash cams. If I were government, I would encourage, you know how they're doing the light bulb things. I'd encourage or do some drives for rings. Not everyone can afford a ring. I would encourage dash cams. I would encourage them. Um, Again, just like we said yesterday, someone could have been driving in flats and a dash cam could have picked up a car, and that car could have been the one that struck Mr. Warren. We never know. Why do I have a dash cam? Honestly, the amount of stuff I see on the highway in Florida, I'm like, nah, I need to protect myself, or at least
It is a
something
lot.
needs to tell my story if I can. That's the truth of why I got a dash cam. But Cher right. I like gadgets, so I have all sorts of cameras. I have a GoPro that when I am riding in Bermuda, I will have my GoPro on me. I'm just letting you all know. So you do anything, yeah, it will be on my GoPro if you go cross me. That's just me though, because for me, it's about if I'm not here to tell my story, then at least this camera can, but also to help other people. The amount of stuff you witness on the roads, right? I mean, maybe you all think I'm overboard and I'm Big Brother. I accept that.
Let me just also add to what Mark Arthur C. Phillips said. Part of the question is, do you really think it will cause people to do the right thing? And I think that's the problem. People aren't doing the right thing. Therefore, cameras are needed to assist with that. If people did do the right thing in many situations,
Mhm.
then this wouldn't necessarily be a topic of conversation.
Mhm. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
We're in an interesting space. Shika Rana says maybe tracking technology per license plate, like the wristbands on cruise ships, or what's used in the U.S. to access paid for lanes.
Also, Jamal, in addition to that, it's one of the insurance company that I'm using is going to provide me with a beacon or something to put in my car to track my trips so that it does definitely helps with am I driving safe?
Yeah,
So these are the kind of things that say that again.
I shut that down talking about, oh, we want to see if you're pressing your brakes too hard, see if you're safe. You all ain't getting in my car like that.
Well, but then you talk about the incentives, all right? So
Yeah,
if you're driving safely and if you drive like a grandpa, like you said, then you should be able to get money back on your insurance. But are you talking about different things that we don't always think about? Could you imagine putting that on a bike?
Sherry, I don't want them monitoring my driving. Rather, I drive the slowest on the road. Talking about, oh, well, it would help your insurance go down. I don't need you judging me. But no, I remember getting off at that, saying they can put this thing in the car, like Cher's saying, and it monitors like how hard you brake, like how hard you brake determines how you drive, right? Stuff like that. And I was just like, I mean, that sounds all fun and all, but sometimes I have to brake hard to give some sign language to some people. What?
We're not too locked up abroad. Well, I mean, your citizen knows that that's a little bit different.
I guess, Sherry. Folks, how far should we go, though? I mean, I want to hear some suggestions from the audience, because we always, so many people were saying we need surveillance, we need cameras, this place, that place. Like Nisha Fabla says, not everyone agrees. I mean, do we want to be a surveillance state? Like it's, some people say a police state. Do we believe that's the way to go? Should we encourage more people to have dash cams? Should we encourage more people to get Ring cameras? Are we in a community that requires surveillance at all, or just honest people to do the right thing? Very interesting conversation. And Ebony Souza says, I question whether our existing feed is monitored as well as it could be. Maybe that's where we should start. Well, it reminds me of the old police truck that was sitting up with no one in it at one point, right? So I think what the point that she's making is what a lot of people are saying is that if we're going to have these things, we have to utilize them. If we're going to have them, then we need to man them. We just heard from Maya yesterday during the news break that we have the road safety council, but they lack the manpower. Like, let the community know what they can do. Maybe there will be volunteers that can man these things because they want to see Bermuda as a safer place. There are technology people who might be willing to offer their expertise as a community service, right? So right. I think, put everything on the table. Angeline Butler says, devil's advocate here, are these cameras any use when people, mostly on bikes, and their license plates are completely blacked out, meaning covered from head to toe in black, etc.? You can cover your license plate?
Never seen that.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding. So, Angelina, are you saying people cover their license plates like to go and commit stuff, or are you saying they do it just regularly? Like, I just want to make sure I'm understanding. Because if someone's covering their license plate to go and do something, an act, I mean, I'm sure someone would see them and be able to say this is a suspicious vehicle. No, that's one. Two, if they're doing it when there's no one on the street, if there's cameras almost everywhere, you'd be able to track them from, okay, they're right here in Bay, now they're in Flats, now they're here. So you'll be able to track them. So it's not even always a matter of getting the license plate. It's about tracking where they're going. So I want people to think more than just capturing faces and vehicles and license plates, but think about also capturing people's movements.
Yeah.
That to me is important. Anthony Pete says, every day you're on camera somewhere. Satellites monitor the world daily. The reality is, as you share is working devices. We have a world where some are not policing themselves. The cameras today have face recognition and the like. Some cars have 360 cameras as standard. He's right. And I always tell people, in your phone, your location, that's not for you, You know how you got GPS on your phone and all that stuff? That's not for you. I don't mind it. I don't really do nothing wrong. But, the watch, like I have a Garmin, you may have a Apple Watch. That's all not for you. You're being monitored. If something happens, I like, as a black man, I don't mind it. Hold on, let me say. As a lawful black man, I don't mind it because they can't put me in places I know I was not at. I've seen too many black men over the last years getting released from prison for crimes they didn't commit. And I actually appreciate people knowing my whereabouts. I'm cool with it. Angeline Butler says, I've seen it, Jamal on bike. So she's seen the license plate blacked out. Rosalind Famous says, incentives and surveillance are futile without enforcement. So she's right. We have to enforce it. What's the point of, again, as we said earlier, What's the point in having the surveillance system if it's not being manned, if it's not working,
Right.
right? Um, let's bring Maya in. I think Maya has covered this over the years. I'm not sure if our guest is going to be checked in, but if we're unable to get our guest on today, we will continue this conversation. I think it's a matter of public interest because, again, not everyone's going to be okay with surveillance, and I understand why. In a conscious community, we shouldn't need surveillance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, let's see what Maya's got for us in the news break, and I'm pretty sure she's got an opinion on this.
Good morning. Good morning.
Greetings, madam.
Maya.
What's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, I have an opinion on this. When it comes to
I love it. Go ahead. Sorry.
But as it comes to CCTV cameras and the fact that they have been inoperable in Bermuda for years now. So the last update that we got was about 2 months ago from the Minister of National Security, Minister Weeks, and it said, I'm just going to read the exact numbers so I don't just go off of anything. So here's the facts that currently there are 150 CCTV cameras across the island, of which 75 are inoperable. This is what he mentioned to the House 2 months ago. He says the new CCTV system will provide 265 CCTV cameras across the island at a higher resolution with more reliable connectivity. He also went on further to say that after the contract is signed with a successful vendor who won the application to put in the new CCTVs in Bermuda, he will provide more details to the Honorable House on the contract, including the name of the successful vendor, company, the cost, and the schedule for the upgrades. Now, as of yesterday morning, I put in a request to hear about any updates from that. I haven't heard back just yet, but it was passed on to the minister to get some answers. So hopefully next time I come to report here on the Daily Hour, we have an update on when those cameras are going to be put up on the island.
Just real quickly, can you repeat, Maya? You said it was how many and then how many not operating?
So currently there are 150 CCTV cameras and 75 are inoperable.
So if my math's correct, because I'm not the smartest apple on the tree, that's 50% are inoperable.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is correct.
So I'm just trying to find, we had a few comments that basically said there's no point in having the cameras if they're not working. And I mean, I second this. That's
makes no sense.
You get the frustration though. You get the frustration.
I 100% get the frustration.
It's and so folks, when this is accountability. This is where accountability comes in. Are we not holding the government accountable? Okay, we're talking about a new company setting up. Do we know dates on this? Why isn't the company previously or somebody currently doing it to ensure these cameras are working, and then the new company just comes in and improves what's already in existence? This is insanity. It's insanity. Thank you so much, Arthur C. Phillips, for the $2 donation today. Yes, please maintain them. And folks, you too can make donations to the show if you'd like. Just go on YouTube and you have the option. 50 cents, $1, whatever you like. But thank you so much, Mark. It is utter madness. It's utter madness. Thank you so much, Maya, for sharing that information with us.
It was actually brought to my attention to look for it further when from a personal media, Maya Instagram, like she sent me a message about it because she had done work in school in the UK about the CCTV cameras, and she did this essay regarding it about how most of the crimes and cases and people are getting fined and taken to court and actually punished because of CCTV cameras, because they have them. That old cases, most of them, majority of them, get solved because of CCTV cameras. And the fact that Bermuda is lacking ours and doesn't have ours says a lot about what gets put to the system and what cases can actually get closed because of that. So it made me think like, oh, let me get you the update. And she was like, is there any updates? So I sent her all the updates that I had, and then I requested for more. So thank you to her for reaching out to me, for us having that conversation so I can get a further update, because it has been 2 months and I didn't realize it has gone on that far since we've had a new update about, you know, who has signed this contract, who's the company that won, because you know it, but you can't share it yet until it's signed. And then we're kind of all just sitting ducks waiting to hear like, okay, when are these cameras going to be put in? So hopefully we get some information soon, and the honorable minister gives us some updates.
Audience, while Maya continues her news break and jumps into it, just let us know, you know, how do you feel that 50% of the CCTV is inoperable? Just share your thoughts with us, and we'll get back to them after the news break. Sorry, Maya, go ahead.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is the Daily Owl News brought to you by People's Pharmacy. And sad news to begin with, shocking news as well, if you consider it. But a 17-year-old teenager was in the hospital last night after he was stabbed in the face. Around 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday, May 17th, police received reports of a disturbance at Rambling Lane, Pembroke. It was a report that one of the persons involved was armed with a knife. Checks at the hospital confirmed that the victim sustained a laceration to his right cheek. Thankfully, his injuries are not deemed as life-threatening. Details on the circumstances pertaining to this incident remain limited at the time. The only information available on the suspect is that the person is a male and approximately 6 feet tall and of muscular build. Anyone with information on the matter is asked to call the main police number 295-011. That's 295-0011. Sorry, and to also speak with an officer you trust if this is something that you know about.
So a child was stabbed in the face. All right.
Now we're going to continue talking about the different types of road collisions. So,
real quickly, Maya, I'm sorry. Honestly, it'd be wrong of us, but just want to, glad that it's not life threatening, and just want to send healing vibes and thoughts to the victim and family, friends, and anyone else who was impacted by that incident. So sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yes, definitely agree on that. So I wanted to mention a report that came out yesterday from the Gazette. I know we talk about driving while impaired and the different things that happen, but what are some of the consequences that come from it? Well, here's a story that came yesterday. Say 2 men involved in separate cases were today banned from driving all vehicles in order to take part in a drink drivers court treatment program. Makai Trot Davis and Prayis Patel, both 28, admitted to driving while impaired by alcohol when they appeared in magistrate's court. The court heard that Trot Davis from Warwick fell off his bike and lost consciousness after colliding with a car on Crow Lane last August. When talking to him at the hospital, police noticed that Trot Davis' speech was slurred and smelled alcohol on his breath. In a separate case, the court was also told by police that found Patel in Warwick sitting next to his damaged bike in Hamilton last month. Patel admitted to riding the vehicle, but said he could not recall how the crash happened. It was taken to the Hamilton police station. Senior Magistrate Maxine Anderson disqualified both men from driving all vehicles until further notice and ordered them to take part in DUI court beginning on May 23rd. They were both each released on a $1,500 bail, $1,500 bail.
I mean, we can't keep saying the same thing over and over. I mean, we can, but yeah. Let's learn from others. Let's just learn from others.
So that's just some insight of it. I believe in Bermuda, if you do get caught driving under the influence, I know right there it's set till further notice, but I believe it can be up to 18 months without your driver's license. Could possibly more, but that's something that I had read as well from a different article. But in the US, from a quick search, it was a $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in jail upon conviction, with 3 mandatory days and a loss of driver's license for up to a year. So just those 2 comparisons there.
Okay.
My next story coming up is actually from the Minister, Owen Dow, who was here just the other day on the show. So the Minister of Youth, Culture and Sport Investment Program allocation is a key focus in the assistance of national sports governing bodies. So this is what he reported the other day: in developing sustainable and effective pathway structures to facilitate an increased number of participants and improve performance in sports in Bermuda. In this regard, the department commits to funding the national sports governing bodies through the Sports Investment Program. The Sports Investment Program provides funding to national sports governing bodies to support and assist with developing athletes, coaches, and sports programs. So he went over the figures and the numbers that they'll be giving to certain each sports governing body. And because I sent out a petty request about maybe 8 weeks ago now and had received the number, I had asked about how much money is being allocated to different sports and governing bodies and so on and so forth. So I made a site graph with some of the sports in order. There's a couple missing, but I'll be posting all of them on my website today once the show ends. So you could check them out there. And also I'll be posting the full response petty request too. So you can even go over those statistics. The statistics I'm talking about are what the government is giving funds to each sport. So what you're going to look at now is the sports team, the amount of funds they received in 2022-23, and what they are planning to give them for the 23-24 year. All right, so this is what we got here. So this is actually the second lot, but I have two to show. In the Bermuda Hockey Federation in 2022-23, $0 was given. However, $35,000 was given in the prior year, so prior to 2022-23. And in the budget this year is $25,000. So some of the ones you see in green means they got an increase. In red, they got a bit of a decrease there. And in white, it either stayed the same, or in the case of Hockey Federation, because it's obviously an increase from last year because there was zero funds given, but also kind of a decrease because they were given more the prior year, but it's decreased there. So as you can see, if you could look across for your certain sport, you see that the Bermuda Paralympics Association has gone down by 5,000. Bermuda Olympic Association stayed the same. Bermuda Rugby had no funds given last year. Last funds were given in 2018, 2019, 5,000 this year. Going to go to another page here, just so you guys can see. Bermuda Basketball Association, they're getting more. Bermuda Cricket Board, they're getting more money. Equestrians, less money. And golf, less money. There are more as well. So again, I'll be posting the full list. I wanted to get the entire petty statement up for you guys to see, but unfortunately, couldn't quite work out PDFs uploading on this page. So they'll be on my website.
Interesting. So real quickly, do they have to meet any certain goals or like to get an increase? Like, okay, when you apply for something, let's say you apply for a scholarship, usually you have to meet certain criteria to get it, but you don't have to meet criteria to maintain it, right? If it's for a year. So I'm just wondering, what each organization has to do to get it, and then if there's anything that they have to do to maintain it.
Well, the minister did say that in his statement, there are principal guiding our investment decisions, and they inform planning and decision making, impact how we operate and communicate, and set the context for improvement. So there is a guideline on their end. They didn't specifically outright say what the guideline is, but I can say that Hockey Federation, winning the CAC qualifiers seems like they should be upped and more, but I guess not.
Gotcha.
So leading now to some closing out news. Today at 1 p.m., the Bermuda Road Safety Council Chairman Dennis Lister will be receiving artwork from the City Hall. Apparently, there are two paintings which are named How Many Lives and Tears in My Eyes, which were donated to the Bermuda Road Safety Council. And at 1 p.m., they're going to show that artwork and give it to the chairman of Bermuda Road Safety Council today.
Cool.
Yeah. And closing out some happy, fun news, I guess you could say, it's going to be a 5K CBA inaugural fun walk. If you're interested or was a CBA alum like myself and wish to go out for a walk, this is in aid of funds for the prom that's happening this year, but also just a good way to get out and be active. And that's the options there for you guys to register if you wish. And it's on June 4th.
The bridge. That's right. People like Sherry don't know about the bridge. That's right. That's right.
Jamal, you had 1 year there.
I built that school, all right?
I remember when it opened.
I built that school. You mean in 1 year? I built CBA. CBA, I was CBA. First graduating class. That's right. That's
oh my God.
You were in the graduating class?
You betcha. What you talking about? Are you questioning whether I graduated or not?
From CBA?
Yeah.
Oh, so your 1 year was the 1 year that you just graduated?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't spend no time there, Maya.
I built CBA. Okay?
You ain't got no warrior wounds. I'm sorry. 1
Nothing.
year.
Hey,
Had
look,
his little backpack and his little
what they
lunch
call-
bag.
no, we were the guinea pigs. We were the ones that they realized this probably ain't a good idea. That's what we were. I mean,
At this point, I
bro,
think we were all guinea pigs in the
yeah,
education system.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, they should have known after us. Now let's go back, but nope. 20 something years later, we're waiting on Sherry to give us the days of the year. You
Weather.
talking about
So
weather?
the weather is going to be sunny breaks and some light showers possibly. So again, kind of like yesterday, and we got a high of 76 degrees.
All righty.
Thank you, Maya. Well, today is Global Accessibility Awareness Day. Today is all about getting people thinking and talking about making a web accessible for those with different disabilities. Technology is a wondrous thing, but with a quick search, you can find out information on many things. You can order dinner, research a paper, and so forth. But if you happen to be blind, deaf, or impaired in some way, then it's not uncommon to find technology can be more of a burden. So keeping technology accessible for everyone is the key theme of this day.
You know, yesterday I learned something about accessibility. So, and it's really so strange because we've had people on this show, and I've said when I think diversity, equity, and inclusion, I actually think accessibility first. I don't know why, but I do because for me, especially in Bermuda, we don't have ADA, American Disability Act.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how bad that was until I worked in tourism, bringing people to Bermuda, right? Like Bermuda's really not good in that space. And you can't blame the government or anyone because it's just a small island. So it's really hard to implement certain things. But I say that because yesterday I learned that, you know, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, well, they're adding an A to it for diversity, equity, and inclusion and accessibility. Now, folks, here's the thing. Why can't we just include accessibility into equity and inclusion? It's like LGBTQ plus and I, and like you're adding all these letters, and what's going to happen is somebody's not going to say it or say the wrong letters, and everyone's going to be in their feelings. I'm not against it. Again, I'm always been a proponent of accessibility, but the more the letters you put on these things, the more confusing, the more it's going to create the havoc we don't need. And I just honestly think we need to be a bit more, you guys know about how marketing works. You don't confuse people in marketing. Don't confuse the audience. So I just found it interesting, thought that was interesting that they've added an A, and that will probably be translated because remember, it started with EDI, then it was DNI, then it's DEI. So I don't know. Let's not confuse the people, and let's make sure that these organizations are doing the work to improve spaces where we can continue to do what we're good at. Maya, anything on that? Because I know you are probably the most liberated of us all.
I'm not speaking to that. No opinion.
Okay, no problem. No, I'm just saying, you know, we're older and relatively conservative, and I just know, like, I mean, you know, it's different generations have different opinions on things, but I don't want people confused. I think there's too much work to be done in those spaces to confuse people. That's what I'm saying. So, all right, Maya, have a wonderful day.
Have a great day, guys.
All right.
Bye, Maya.
See how she leaves me hanging? Well, Maya Palacio, folks, I'm not sure if, what's going on with Tracy Burgess. It looks like we're going in and out. So we'll figure it out during the commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us. But, you know, we want to have quality during these shows. If we're not able to have the quality, then we will continue the conversation. So stick with us. Do not go anywhere.
Get ahead of the summer heat with BAC's pre-summer sale on air conditioners. For a limited time only, you can enjoy a 15% discount on Lortec and Cooper and Hunter AC mini-split AC units, two of the most trusted brands in the industry. Plus, with financing options available, you can make your purchase even more affordable. But don't delay, this offer is only valid through May 31st or while supplies last. Whether you're looking to upgrade your home or office AC units, BAC has got you covered. Stay cool and comfortable this summer with BAC.
People's ACW, located at King Edward VII Memorial Hospital, carries over-the-counter medicines, toys, cards, and even toiletries. Our knowledgeable staff are there whether you're at emergency, visiting family, or a member of BHB staff, to show you our best even when you're feeling your worst. People's ACW, we're here for you.
Welcome to the new bulk store, Lindo's Next Level.
Her 70th birthday next month. Have you noticed her age is catching up with her?
Yeah. Plus, she's having a hard time getting up and around like she's used to. I would sure hate to see her fall.
At Medical House Limited, we can help make life situations easier. We have electric beds, motorized scooters, bath stools, walkers, you name it.
Mom's been real good to us. We'll get her birthday and Christmas gifts from Medical House.
Medical House has relocated next to the Dandytown Field, number 6 Bakery Lane, Pembroke. Telephone 292-3622.
Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. Sherry Vanderpool, I'm Jamal Hartman. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC group of companies, Medical House, Lindo's, and People's Pharmacy. Folks, don't forget to subscribe on our website to follow, keep up to date with all that we have going on, and follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we continue to do our part to continue to improve the community. Don't forget, you must watch every moment of the show. It might be your name called. All right.
To the very, very end.
Yeah. All right. So we're probably gonna reschedule with Tracy. We're just, it's not stable today. So we'll continue the conversation for now. And really the question of the audience, we did ask before Maya did her report, and I agree, Traveling Trotty. It was great reporting by Maya with that, and I appreciate her backstage when we're having the conversations, actually going and getting some more stuff for us. But thank you so much to you for recognizing Maya. But we asked, what are your thoughts about that number? Maya literally reported only half of the CCTV cameras are working, right? Half. So if there's 150, the minister said 75 are inoperable, right? Or you can look at glass half full, 75 are operable, right? Tanya Cheeseman says, it's crazy. What's the sense of having them up?
And, you know, is it a specific side of the island, or is it spread out? Do we need more network power to another part? Like, is there a humidity weather situation? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
We already know Bermuda and the weather, how it is and what it can do to equipment and electrical stuff. To me, that should be a given to build that in. Is it, you know, the birds or the lizards, something eating up? Like, what are we doing? We already know these things.
Marcia Bradshaw asked the same question pretty much. Where are those 75 inoperable so that those areas can be aware and be able to help more? You know what? It's interesting, Marcia, because I agree and disagree. If we tell them, are they going to do more things there? Right? If we tell them, is the community going to be more aware and help? Yeah. I think it can go either way, but I see your point. If the public don't know, they can't help, right?
And it's very iffy in that sense, and I do agree. At the same token, then if we don't know, are those areas at least being protected by the police or other members in that way? You know what I mean, Jamal? So it's like, if you don't want to tell us, protect those areas, then put more police in those areas or whatnot.
It only makes sense, Sherry. It only makes sense. Manuela John, she says, irresponsible could have been a means of police solving more crimes. Yeah, I mean, she's correct. How do we know this hasn't impacted the police? You know, how do we know a crime happened somewhere and the police literally went and said, well, let's check the CCTV, and well, there's no CCTV in this area. It hasn't been operable for such and such. That's valid. That's valid. What are your thoughts, folks? As Maya reported during the news break, half of the CCTVs are inoperable. What are your thoughts on that being the case? Media Maya says it's best to not have the community know. Not all people should know, you know. So no, I agree, and that's why I said with Marcia, I get what she's saying, but I probably would lean with Maya on this, because if we know think about it. Think about how we treat the radar, right? People be like, soon as we know the police are on East Broadway, everyone starts driving with respect and care. Think about that, right? You only a fool after somebody says, "Oh, the police are down Palmetto Road," it's going to go speeding through Palmetto Road. Everyone's going to drive with more caution. But if they know that they're not there,
yeah,
think about it. So, think of surveillance cameras the same way, right? If people know there's surveillance cameras there, they're less likely to do stuff. I mean, you have brazen people, obviously. But if they know there's no surveillance, they're more likely to believe I can do it and get away with it.
mm-hmm.
Citizens arrest hasn't really, and Marcia, to your point about people being more aware, I get it, but being aware and then speaking up and saying something in a silent community, that's another thing.
I was just going to say, Jamal, being aware and also having a conscience about what it is that you've seen or been a part of is the other part of this conversation. So it's just all,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not getting into no sibling rivalry there because, you two getting an argument.
I always win.
Yeah. But I look, folks, I think it's concerning. I think it's very extremely concerning. And I think it's something that we need to hold whoever's responsible in this case. I believe it's the government accountable. We need dates. As I asked when are these CCTV cameras going to be fixed? What's the timeline? I know some of you want to know which ones aren't working. I think we actually should know why they're not working.
And it's almost like, are you just perpetuating what's going on by not having this done? Because I don't think that all 75 just went out the other day. I'm sure they have been out for a time, Jamal. And the minute that antisocial behavior continues to rise, don't you think that's the first thing you will want to go to do to rectify? So that you can assist with minimizing or mitigating the antisocial behavior in regards to what you can do as far as arrest and so forth. To me, I feel like that's kind of an easy fix.
Amanda Blakeney says, cameras are purposely destroyed. However, regular maintenance is needed. We should be able to, then you change legislation, purposely destroying government use or whatever, carries a certain fine or so on. Even with that, again, with good surveillance, we should be able to catch people who are destroying it, right? With good surveillance. Media Maya says, police work and community work go hand in hand. Police need our help and we need theirs to solve the crimes. When Rache died, it was caught on someone's Ring camera, thankfully. There we go. Look, we say it all the time. On this show, it is about community. We are who is going to solve any and all of the issues that we face. Thinking or relying on anyone and everyone else, we'll be waiting a long time. So we have to be accountable. We have to hold people accountable, and we have to be the difference and the change that we want to make and see. Karen Simmons says balance is key. Surveillance, community speaking up, and police investigation strategies. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Karen. I completely agree. Sam Cat Place says that's it, Sherry. They have been inoperable for a very long time, years. It's always backpedaling by our government when stuff hits the fan. Someone said it on the show yesterday. They said in the comments that we are always we're not preventative. We're always doing things
reactionary.
Reactionary, yes. We're very reactionary. And I don't disagree. We have to get ahead of the game. And I think that's going to be the key to the differences that we see in our community. So let's do this. Let's call a name. You ready?
Yeah, I'm excited. I like a little competition.
Like a little contest.
Raffle, scratch off, gamble.
All right. Well, let's call a name, and I pulled it up. And so this person has 60 seconds, folks, to put hair in the comments. It's time for you to put hair, Sean DeShields. a winner, folks. We have a winner.
I was like, where is Sean?
We have a winner. So, I mean, Marcia, see, that's how you do it, Marcia. You come in.
Don't stress my sister out.
I'm just Ernie
I will cut you.
Ernie Kush is your sister, all right? She don't claim you anyway. But anyway, that's between us, Marcia. So look, Sean, we've got you. You're gonna get a gift voucher to one of our partners, but also you'll be in the draw for next week against Marcia so far. To win one of the remote control AC units. So congratulations to you, good brother. And I don't know if Sean's ever won anything from
I think he has.
Has he? Sean, have you ever won anything on the show? I don't know. I thought Karen was trying to get him in, but she was like, no, awesome at Sean the Shields. So look, randomly again, folks, you can win too. Just gotta be here when that 60 second. And I think let's do something. I think he got it in 30 seconds, halfway just now. Yeah, so okay, fastest to do it. All right, we're gonna take. Yeah, he hasn't won anything. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
That's his first prize today, and then he may win the big one next week. When we do the draw. Do not go anywhere. We're gonna take a quick break. Come back, wrap it up, and wrap it up sounds so. Anyway, it's a morning show. It sounds safe. But wrap the conversation up, folks. We'll be back, wrap the conversation up, and then send you on your way for the rest of the day after Sherry's Daily Inspiration, brought to you by ER Fisheries and Food. Stick with us.
Get ahead of the heat and save 15% on Lortec and Cooper and Hunter AC units during BAC's pre-summer sale. Financing is available and the offer is good through till May 31st or while supplies last.
Hi, welcome to ER Fisheries. I'm Jalen Steed, store manager and trained chef, and I'm here to help you with all of your food needs. Let's talk about why you should come and check out ER Fisheries. We offer the widest range of specialty meats and seafood items at a price point that will absolutely fit your budget. As a chef, I'm able to answer all of your food questions, help you come up with meal ideas, and generally guide you in the right direction. You'll get a custom shopping experience unlike any other food store in Bermuda, where we'll cater to your needs and provide you with excellent customer service. Where else can you get quality cooking advice and quality products? I look forward to helping you with all your meal ideas.
Bermuda, get ready for the official summer starter. DJ Rusty G presents Flag Invasion. I have a big flag. The Sunset Edition. Much more than just a party. This is an outdoor festival happening Saturday, May 20th at Port St. Catherine. Doors open at 6 p.m. 3 stages. One epic event featuring an all-star lineup of international entertainers. DJ Rusty G.
Yo, Rusty G here, inviting everybody out to Fort St. Catherine. It's gonna be crazy.
Just Jay.
Yo, what's up, Bermuda? This is Just Jay from Barbados. May 20th, I will be on your shores. It's all about Flag Invasion.
Ricky Platinum.
Yo, hear me a send up. From here, the voice, you don't know, so Ricky Platinum at top. Bermuda, May the 20th, Ricky Platinum live.
DJ Quest.
Yo, Bermuda, check in. DJ Quest from the 268 Antigua. I'll be there May 20th for Flag Invasion.
Shep Beats.
Yo, what up, Bermuda? This is DJ Shep Beats, the London Governor out of Barbados. See you guys real soon at Flag Invasion.
And Fire Wayne.
Yo, it's your boy Fire Wayne. Flag Invasion, I'll be there.
Also featuring Bermuda's finest DJs, Mr. Genius, DJ iBreeze, Marky T, Young Gun Sound, DJ Maestro, Jim Brown, Corey Miners, E.T. Flavor, DJ Young Sai, DJ Derek, and DJ La Jefa. Get your tickets online right now at djrustyg.com. Sponsored by Cockspur Rum, Stoli Vodka, Wicked, and Carrot Beer.
All right, welcome back. Thanks again to the audience for your engagement this morning. Folks, if you appreciated today's conversation discussion, please do us a favor. Give us a thumbs up, love, like. We're going to do a poll today. Do we think there should be more surveillance in Bermuda? So we'll put a poll on our Instagram stories today, and we'll speak about it tomorrow. Don't forget, we have Sergio and Swan coming up for a conversation, engaging with you. Get your questions ready. We'll ask on our Instagram stories today as well what questions you'd like to ask Sergio on. So be prepared to respond to that, and we'll ask him as many questions as you'd like. We'll try to have an extended conversation with him. So Sergio on Swan tomorrow, and we'll put up a poll on the Instagram stories as well. So thanks again to the BAC group of companies, Madacals, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. It's time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, and all available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. Sherry, are you ready?
Forgot about this real quick, but yeah, go ahead.
All right, Sherry. It's a name that place. Someone in the audience is going to get this one time, and Sherry isn't going to have a clue. I said think NBA. What is the name of the city LeBron James is born in and from in Northeast Ohio?
Columbus, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio. Cincinnati. Toledo. Somewhere in Ohio. None of those, Jamal? Akron. I got it.
You said
on the buzzer.
I think that came after the buzzer. We're gonna
no, it didn't. It was on the buzzer, Jamal. And y'all can't give me that.
We're gonna have to watch the replay. We're gonna have to watch the replay.
No, it's Akron. I said it.
We're gonna have to watch the replay and report later. I don't know. We'll have to go to camera, folks. We'll have to go to camera, Sherry.
See, you don't do this with the other hosts. I just want you to know that.
They don't get it after the buzzer. Okay.
I didn't get it after the buzzer.
Said you got it. Hold on. If you got it on the buzzer, that means you got it after the buzzer.
No, it does not. And that still would have counted as a shot in basketball.
No, it wouldn't have. That's what I was going to use. In basketball, if the buzzer goes off while you're shooting it, no. It don't count.
Hit the net before.
No, it didn't. It had to leave your hands. It didn't leave your hands. The words were still coming out of your mouth.
No, it wasn't. I said by the time I finished Akron, the buzzer was still going.
It was on the buzzer, right? So if it's on the buzzer, congratulations. Okay, they'll give
Thank you.
Give them to you.
Thank you.
They feel sorry for you. What's a?
Remember, I went to school in Ohio, so that's why I was.
That's why you was guessing all that. I was like, how is she not getting it? Akron.
It's not Akron. It's Akron.
It's Akron.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Anyway,
Akron.
moving along. What are your final thoughts on today's show, Jamal? Like how I did that.
No. First off, is Akron?
It's Akron.
Is it Akron or Akron?
Akron, not Akron. I know that.
It's pronounced I-N?
No, Jamal, it's Akron.
But Akron doesn't sound like I-N to you?
A little bit, but
no, because I don't know the pronunciation.
I could tell. It's not Akron. It's Akron.
So it's Sherry or Cherie?
Sherry. Yeah, real.
You hold on. You do that to me when you want to be mad at me.
Jamal.
Exactly.
Or Mally.
$1 million. Well, it's just they got personal. It's $1 million Mal. I tell you, it's $1 million. Anyway,
$1 million Mally.
Let's do it, lady.
Final thoughts today that everything kind of goes hand in hand, and there definitely needs to be a balance above all. However, at the same token, we have a lot of things that are unsolved, and with cameras, because our people aren't as forthcoming as we would like them to, cameras would definitely be a benefit to our current situation. So for me, it's easy. Let's get the cameras up and rolling. Please come forward with the camera footages that you may have in certain situations, but also be a trustworthy community. And even if you don't have a camera, just say something. So that's where my thoughts are about that today.
Real quickly, do you have you have Ring, right? You said.
No, I have one through the cable company that I'm with. So I have about 4 or 5 cameras.
No, and to me, I would rather than just a Ring. And for me, it's more or less. I wouldn't. I know certain people don't like cameras in their houses, but I wouldn't even mind cameras in my house, right? Some people think that people are spying on them inside. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got the news reports that someone had access to in your house. I'm okay with surveillance. I am.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I am, Sherry, and this may sound really bad, but just hear me out with what I'm about to say. We always talk about being a black man in the United States. To me, surveillance actually protects me. Like if my house was mistakenly busted into, it's not just waiting on their surveillance.
Yeah.
We have our own surveillance, which can tell a story if they don't release it or if they don't want to. All right. Surveillance in my car, that's for my protection as well. If I get stuck, it picks up audio. When I'm out running with my GoPro, that's for me as well. So anything happens, I have my surveillance. So for me, I don't think as surveillance as something that's intruding on me personally. As a black man, I feel like it's something to protect me and give me something to stand on should anything happen. That's just, I know it's probably a bad way to look at life and things, but that's how I feel like something will be there to tell my story if I'm unable to do so. So
no, I get that.
Yeah. And that's how I think we have to look at it. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind in terms of those who feel like it's state surveillance is a bad thing, intruding on privacy. I get that. But for me, I think that the kind of society we live in today, I think we have to reconsider some things for our own benefit. So, all I have to say is think hard and long about the community that we have, and the community that we want. You've got some daily inspiration for us, Sister Sherry?
I do. The daily inspiration is being brought to you by ER Fisheries. Keep a positive mind. Remember, a failed attempt doesn't make you a failure, but giving up does. And that's from Lori Myers, a business author.
Yeah, showing to the shields, you're not a failure, brother. Just because you ain't never won didn't mean you would never win. You won today.
He didn't give up.
Been one of our greatest supporters, and I'm happy to see that his name came up this morning. So congratulations, folks. Don't forget, you too can also win. Must be a member of the TDH community. Honestly, I'll say this much. It doesn't cost much to be a member of the TDH community. It really doesn't. So if you're a person who tunes into this show regularly, just go on YouTube, hit join, go on the website, fill it out. There's benefits to it. We're building a community here, a community of people who, have ideas. As I said to Maya privately last night, we got actual admissions this week that they are tuned into the show, that they are looking at our social media, that they are taking what you're saying and having conversations about it. So don't think that these conversations mean nothing. Sherry, did you give us a daily inspiration?
Yes, Jamal. Yeah.
That
took you on a tangent just now. So.
Don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we continue to do our part to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medicals, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy, for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you tomorrow. She's Sherry Vanderpool. I'm Jamal Hartman. Sir John Swan is in the building tomorrow. Get your questions ready. Send them through. My friends, make it a safe and a great day.